Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe this channel. This is very new channel, so I request you all subscribe this channel before going into the details. Yesterday, Pawan Kalyan, the Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, went to Tamil Nadu on behalf of Bharatiya Janata Party to address there on one nation and one election. He made few comments. Fundamentally, before going into the topic of one nation and one election, I personally oppose this one nation and one election because of constitutional issues. The first constitutional violation which I sense is that if you want to go for one nation and one election, you have to cut short the term of 5 years of few states. That is first attack on the constitution. Secondly, if you are saying that if any government falls in before 5 years term, you will go for a temporary election for the remaining period. Say for example, in 2009 one election held, and 2031 government fall down, and 2034 again you conduct the election, to the 31 again you conduct the election. 29 means within the 5 years, three times you have to conduct the election. Within 5 years, three times you have to conduct election. The one nation one election. The same principle is applicable to the state government. If a state government falls in before 5 years term, and they will conduct election for only the specific remaining period. That means 29, they will conduct one election, to 31 they will conduct an election, and 34 again they will conduct election. Three times in 5 years time. It is how expensive, how painful, how argument is not withstanding. Okay, your argument is not a strong argument. Moreover, the last year, for example, the government falls down, just before 1 year or 5 years term. That means the fourth year. That remaining 1 year, nobody will conduct election. They may say that, okay, 1 year is there, so what is the need of going for election? So we'll wait for next year. That 1 year, who will run the state? Either through president rule or the national. That means the national parties are trying to take hold of the entire country. That last 1 year is enough to manipulate, to take the control of the entire system in their hand before elections. If any state is not in their favor, they'll buy the MLAs, whatever. They make the state government to fall down, and automatically it goes in their hand. The president rule, police, everything will be in their hand, and then easily they will manage the entire election system. Okay. Then the in the point of democratic point, it is very harmful to the democracy, which I believe, which I argue, it's my personal opinion. Okay, sorry, anyway, what Pawan Kalyan said, let us see. Pawan Kalyan is talking something about it. Let us listen to Mr. Pawan Kalyan. He gave a speech in Tamil Nadu. Let us listen to him what he says.
2 decades, it was always simultaneous elections. Assembly and Parliament.
In the initial 2 decades, simultaneous election happened. Why it is not happening? Come on, yeah. With the initial 2 terms, 2 decades, it taken time for the parties to understand the constitutional provisions to go for the election, re-election. See, the conflicts will not come immediately. If you get married to a couple, they will not fight immediately. They'll fight after 1 year or 2 years. After 3 years, they stay together happily, and then they'll start fighting because the opinions will change after 2 years or 3 years. The affection will go. The opinions will change. At later stages, they talk about fundamental rights. They talk about, same way like government has taken 20 years to settle down. So there is no conflicts. Later they started, the government started falling, and then they go for slowly deviated. How will you bring it back? If you bring it back again, it will deviate. And it's first 2 years of your marriage, you are so happy. Now we are not like that. So I want you again forcefully make you in the same room. I'll push you again. After 2 years, they'll fight. So it's not a valid argument which these people are doing.
He is the one who insisted. Karunanidhi urged the center to constitute a committee to restore simultaneous elections.
He's talking about Mr. Karunanidhi supported, why his son Stalin is not supporting. See, first, fundamentally, he doesn't have right to ask this question because within the 10 years period, he changed 4 stances. Mr. Pawan Kalyan started saying that my philosophy is Choguvira philosophy, and then he shifted to Bahujan Samajwadi Party philosophy. Then he went alliance with the communist parties, and then he went with TDP, and now he is working, sweating for Bharatiya Janata Party. Within 10 years period, he changed 5 stances. He is talking about 1971 Karunanidhi statement and why his son is not following. Come on, parties will not change their stance or what? In 1971, situations are different. Now it is different. 1971, when Karunanidhi was asking for one nation and one election, during that time only 3 states are having regional parties. One is Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Punjab. But now every state has a regional party. Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh regional party, Bihar, West Bengal, all states there is a regional parties. Delhi, Punjab, everywhere regional parties are there. So how that stands in 1971 is applicable now. Moreover, the number of contestants increased 8 times. When Karunanidhi is there, the contestants are some 10 people. Now in the ballot box, 80 people are there. Whom to vote, nobody knows. It's a big list of ballot box. The ballot paper. Whom to vote? It's a big confusion. So moreover, you are saying that one nation and one election. How difficult it is to go. But Karunanidhi said, this is our Dravidian land. We want a Dravidian independence. Will you give? Because Karunanidhi asked. You are quoting Karunanidhi. Not possible, right? That is independent opinion according to that situation, that condition. Whatever Karunanidhi said is up to then. But this is different state that after 50 years, the stance will stay. The opinions, objectives, intentions are understood. The one who is making these laws, what is his intention behind, they will understand and they'll make the decisions. Right? So it's not that like that. Okay.
And it is strange and bizarre. Ayya Muttavel Karunanidhi Stalin are opposing what his father has proposed. This is what we all should look into it. No matter in all these years, the last few decades, somewhere in the nation, elections keep on happening. We are losing focus. We are losing man days. Greatest wastage of expenditure.
Who told you to lose the focus? First of all, when the election happening, the statewide Lok Sabha parliamentary election is going on, the heads of the parties should work, strategize, give their stress, give their pain, give their intellectuality, planning, strategy. You do for regional parties. For what do you say that national parties, for parliamentary elections, you put your focus on it. Remaining all, you focus on this country's administration, saving the country. This one you do. The remaining state assembly elections are happening. You should tell your state in charge to strategize, plan. He is also a politician, right? They will put their stress, brain and everything to win the state election. When it's going to municipal election, your municipal level in charge will strategize, plan to get. Sarpanch, Panchayat election it is going on, then the local, your ward members, Panchayat members, they will plan, they will strategize. You want everything under your control. The Bharatiya Janata Party head, the national leaders, they only want to strategize for state. They only want to strategize for municipal elections. They only want to strategize for Panchayat elections. Finally, they only will start for make strategy and plans for your colony president election also. What is the need of putting so much of strain on national? You take care of parliamentary elections and focus on the safety of the country. Save the country from neighboring states like Pakistan, China. All these people are threat is there. Make the national highways, develop the country, increase the economy, focus on the economic development, stability. That you focus. Not the GDP. GDP will increase based on the population. Automatically it will increase. 150 crores of people, out of 150 crores of people, everybody will earn and so GDP will increase. Don't focus, don't highlight the GDP growth. You focus on net per capita income, reduction of the inflation rate, economy, that you focus on it, not in GDP.
Constantly big brick batting, constantly mudslinging from different political parties to each other. Somewhere we have to put an end.
This is misunderstanding of Mr. Pawan Kalyan, that in democracy, constantly criticizing, constantly mudslinging, constantly criticizing one another is a part of democracy. If there is an election or there is no election, the opposition people will continuously criticize the government, irrespective of the election is there or not. That is democracy. Because election is there, you are continuously criticizing us? No. They criticize you even if there is no election. That is democratic setup.
To this comes. And we are getting tired of just because of looking at it.
Who told you to get tired
The
of it?
problem is about the development is taking a back seat. Young and resource constrained India could achieve a system akin to one nation, one election for nearly 2 decades after independence. Then what is preventing a strong, a prosperous and technologically advanced Bharat from implementing the same now?
Mire, you are only the preventing it. The development, technological advancement, who is preventing it? People like him are preventing it. From the nation, the development of the nation, focusing on unnecessary things. Like that the Bharatiya Janata Party national leaders want to put their hand in the state level elections and as well as panchayat elections, municipal elections. So, obviously, right?
Where political parties and the administration are continuously engaged in election-related activities. Where is the time for growth? Where is the time for stability? Where is the time for economic?
There is something called, group leadership. What is a leadership? It's not for an independent leader. Something called unity in leadership. Bharatiya Janata Party is not a single person, right? There are so many state presidents, ward members, local municipal level leaders. It is a big setup, not only Bharatiya Janata, but Congress. It's not Rahul Gandhi. It's not just Rahul Gandhi. Congress is a big setup. Same like regional parties, they'll have a big setup. Everybody should do their own job. The national level leaders should focus on parliamentary elections. State level leaders should focus on assembly elections. And the municipal leaders should focus on municipal elections. And ward members and panchayat level leaders should focus on panchayat elections. Who told you the sitting on the national level, put your hand in all the elections? So I'm strained. I'm tired of it. I'm unable to strategize. My time is wasting. So everybody should come under my control. Is not right thing. It is something called, there is something called unity. Democracy, it is divided in different levels. Every level you should give the freedom to strategize, politicize, whatever.
Prosperity. With thousands of panchayats and municipalities across the country, elections at this level are a continuous process happening in different parts of the country almost every year. The ruling parties, instead of focusing solely on governance and policy implementation, ruling parties are constantly strategizing for the next election.
That is what I'm saying. Who told you to strategize constantly? Ruling party heads. Who told you to strategize? Leave it to your local leaders. Whom to vote, how to gain votes for Bharatiya Janata Party, leave it to the local leader of Bharatiya Janata Party. Narendra Modi should not break his head how to win a panchayat election. What is the, don't take strain. That's what I'm saying. You want to do everything, so finally say I'm strained. You want to, every job, you only everything as per your wish it should go on, and you say I'm overburdened. Come on.
According to the estimates by the Center for Media Studies, the election cost approximately 16.3 billion, surpassing the roughly 15.9 billion spent on 2024 US presidential election.
What is the population of US? What is the population of India? India is having 150 crores of population and US is maximum around 30 to 40 crores population. How do you compare with US president elections, Mr. Pawan Kalyan? We are 3 times bigger country in terms of population than US. We should spend 3 times more than US assembly as a president elections. Come on.
So, if we could, the Ramnath Govind Committee's report suggesting that by implementing one nation, one election could potentially.
From 1983, not Ramnath Kovind, 8 reports came. So far, 8 reports from 1983 for about one nation and one election. Ramnath Kovind committee report is one of them. That's it. So it is what I say, that it's not possible to, they may implement because they have majority, they may implement, but in later stages we'll get some constitutional problems. Democracy will, survival issues will come. That's what I understand.
Lead to a 1.5 increase in India's GDP, translating to roughly 4.5 lakh crores.
This is another, I don't understand these people telling so many economic figures like that GDP will increase this much, economy will fall down this much, poverty rate is, I'm so surprised to see somewhere that poverty rate has came down to some 4 to 5% in one of the states I have seen. 4 to 5% in one of the states in India. They say that our poverty rate came down to 4%, but they're distributing the ration, they give free rice, they give, right, governments, ration rice. That ration rice they're distributing to 20% of people. How come if there are only 4% of poverty, then why you are distributing 20% of ration to ration dealers, ration shops, right? Then why you are implementing schemes for 30% of people if there are only 4% of poor people in one state? So all these calculations are suspective, highly unbelievable calculations these people will give.
I'm from South. I understand each and every aspect. Close to 800 days we are losing in 5-year time because of consistent and constant electoral process, some way or the other.
That's what I'm saying. Who told you to work for 800 days per elections? Your duty is not to work for 800 days elections. Narendra Modi sir, duty is only to focus during parliamentary elections. Remaining he has to focus on the development of the country, development, the safety of the country, fight with Pakistan, China, Burma, neighboring states, national security. That is his duty. Remaining state level elections, Bharatiya Janata Party state leaders should focus on, not Narendra Modi ji. You put hand in everywhere, including panchayat elections, and you say that 800 days are going. If someone wants to do everything, and then your days will go, your time will go, your strain will go, your focus will, you will feel overburdened, and you say that I am feeling overburdened, so I want to change the law. It's not possible. It is a democracy, right?
We are not really focusing on development. That's what Honorable PM Modi's vision is. For example, EVM. The entire electoral process happens through electronic voting machines. For example, from my side, I can say in 2019, the YCP government has won the election with the same EVMs. And with the same EVMs, Congress has lost. But with the same EVM, BJP had lost its strength in last elections, and with the same EVMs, YCP government had lost the elections weekend. The moment we won, and suddenly they feel that it is being tampered.
It is not the issue of YSRCP 1 or TDP 1 or BRS 1. It is not JDS, JDU 1. It is not the matter. Wherever the allegations of EVM doubts arise, that BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party won. That is what allegation. When Bharatiya Janata Party is supporting Jagannath Reddy got 151 seats. When Bharatiya Janata Party is supporting Chandrababu Naidu, he got 174 seats. When they support you, you will get 150 seats. Why it is happening? And the doubts coming. It's only doubts. Here, the question is not on regional parties. The question is on the national party, Bharatiya Janata Party. They are releasing. They are expressing their doubts. It's all not strong arguments these people are doing it. Moreover, see, they say that no, why in the so and so state Congress won, their EVMs not. Come on, if you're a failed student, you tell a father is trying to influence his power to make his failed student to pass by requesting evaluator. For example, one student is about to fail, father came to know my son will fail, he has influence, so he contacted the evaluator, he said please pass my son, he will give you 35 marks and make you pass, make your son pass. Will he give 100 to 100 marks? If he gives 100 marks, you will get doubt, right? How come a failed student got 100 to 100 marks? So they'll make some around 35, 40 marks or 50 marks and then pass you. Same like if at all any EVM manipulations are there, they will not do the entire country. They will calculate how many seats we want to form the government. Only that much they will do. So there is one. It's not. It's all not strong arguments which these people do.
The issue is not about which side, like as long as it is convenient to you, you will take this side. I think that's how we look at it, one nation, one election. Because first of all, I don't want to be in politics. I was supposed to be, somehow my passion for the country, to serve the country, got me into politics. I never wanted to be in politics, I came into politics. I never wanted to extend the party beyond AB. But
first of all, he is not working for himself. He is not extending his party. He is working for Bharatiya Janata Party. He is sweating for Bharatiya Janata Party. He went to Tamil Nadu for Bharatiya Janata Party. He went to Maharashtra for Bharatiya Janata Party. He went to Telangana for Bharatiya Janata Party. His whole life dedicated to Bharatiya Janata Party. Though he is a party leader, but he is saying that my interest is to serve the nation. But his movements, his body language, his interest is completely is serving the Bharatiya Janata Party, not the nation. What we feel. Thank you.
People living from Telangana, they want me to come there. So for me, it is not just extending party is a tough job. See, Sanatan Dharma is something to do with, for me, when I talk about Sanatan Dharma, it's about this is the land.
It's okay. It's all you talked about religion and all. That because since it's a national level channel, so I don't want to discuss on his comments. I already spoke in the regional level. Thank you. Namaskar.